time there is negative feedback on how they perform, they replied, fake news. Example, mahal ang bigas. They will reply that it is fake news. And sasabihin nila, ay may programa naman po under the DSWD. Ito yung nakakatawa, di ba? DSWD daw ang may programa para dun sa murang bigas. Kaya tuloy sila natatanong, hindi ba Department of Agriculture ang nagde-determine at gumagawa ng programa para magpababa ng presyo ng bigas? Bakit DSWD ang nag-conduct ng press briefing? Sabi ni Pichu, Yusek Claire's response to the admin's incompetence is so infuriating. Grabe ang mental gymnastics. I'm sure she is smart, so I can't imagine how she can stomach saying all of these things to defend BBM. Kayo, paano niyo ba sasagutin? Kung kayo po si Yusek Claire o kayo po ang may ay tinalaga para sumagot o mag-conduct ng briefing sa media, paano niyo po sasagutin yan? Paano yung katanungan ni Ted Filon? Sabi ni Ted Filon, eto may report ng ganito, ganito, ganito. Alam ko na sinasabi ninyo bumaba ang index claims, pero ito ang daming mga reports. Paano hindi iisipin ng mga tao? Ang sagot ngayon ni Yusek Claire is isolated cases yan. At pag lumalabas naman daw siya, wala siyang nakikitang mga ganon. Wala daw snatching, walang kahit ano. So alam po natin na medyo hindi katanggap-tanggap yung kanyang sagot dahil not only does it violate logic, but it also is a non-answer. So, kayo, paano niyo po sasagutin yan? Sabi ni Neil, pansinin natin yung script ngayon ng government sa pagbanat sa mga allegedly fake news ay same script din ng Pinklawan noon na hindi naman nag-work kasi hanggang sa pagbababa sa pwesto ni PRD mataas pa din ratings niya. And yung pagkatalo ng Pinklawan noon ay another proof na hindi nag-work yung script. So, actually, di ba, humahaba yung listahan nila. Pero ano yung mga listahan ng mga sagot parate ng ating press briefer? Fake news, number 1. Pogo may kasalanan yan, number 2. Or number 3, kasi ginawa yan ng mga Duterte. Sabi ni Rafi, I appreciate it that you enlightened us on some things that we don't understand or we don't know about the Supreme Court. Without you doing this, many of us must have already lost faith in the Supreme Court. Could you indulge us one more time and explain to us why the Supreme Court wasn't able to issue the TRO within 10 hours that could have prevented Torre from flying PRD to The Hague? I have not heard of any explanation on that yet. The Supreme Court said that it is wrong. Mali yung action eh. Teka, hanapin ko yung sagot ha. I don't have a copy. The problem is I don't have a copy of that ruling. Dininay ng Supreme Court basically on the ground na, there is no clear right established. So, in all likelihood, it was because medyo minadali yung pleading. Yan sabi ng Supreme, bakit? We were issued a temporary restraining order if the parties can show that the person has a clear right, that right has been violated, and the issuance of the TRO will prevent the damage. So, ang sinasabi is there was no established clear right. Sabi ni Jenny, hindi ko sasagutin yan if I were her. I wouldn't put myself in that position in the first place. It's career suicide. Ubos reputation and dignity to defend BBM, not worth it. Kasi kung ako, I would use a different strategy. Kasi ang strategy nila ngayon is deny. Everything that is mali, di-deny lang nila. It's called gaslighting. Yung mga tipong, ga-announce sila, ay, bumababa ang crime rate. But the people know. In fact, with first-hand information, in many cases, maraming biktima who will say, anong tawag nyo sa amin? Hindi kami biktima? Walang krimen? 68% down? Or 70% down ang crime rate? Nakakaloka yan. Para sa akin, admit. What they have to do is this, acknowledge. Nakikiramay kami sa pamilya ng mga nasawi dito sa mga karumal-dumal na mga krimen na ito at sisikapin natin na tignan kung may basihan sa polisiya ang mga pangyayaring ito. If there is some policy we can do, we can make in order to prevent it, to help solve the crimes, or to make the place, our people feel safer. Sa totoo lang, crime statistics will mean nothing if you're a victim of an isolated incident. So unang-una, acknowledge the pain. Ay, hindi bumababa bumaba ang crime. So ano yun? Ano yung mga krimen na yun? Ay, isolated incident lang yun. Hindi kawawa naman yung mga victims. Maririnig ka ng ganyan. Unang-una, makiramay ka, makidama ka. Ang problema, ang presidente natin ngayon, hindi yan mahilig, makidamay. Pumupunta lang siya sa mga wake ng mga personalities na sikat. Pero yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan, yung mga sundalo, hindi niya pinupuntahan yan. So, ang nakikita natin ay hindi sila nagpapakita ng pakikiramay, hindi sila nakakaramdam or wala silang simpatiya para sa ordinaryong mamamayan. Sabi ni Erwin, ako pag tinanong, sasabihin ko, I'm now resigning as undersecretary. So yun, pero para seryoso, ako I will say, nakikiramay po kami sa mga biktima ng mga karumal-dumal ng mga krimen na ito. Inutusan na ng ating Pangulo na madaliin at siguraduhin na mahuli at agaran madala sa hukuman ang mga may kasalanan dito. Ang mga kriminal na ito. Tapos, titignan din po natin kung ano pa ang mai-extend natin sa mga pamilya ng mga nasawi. Yon ang sagot. Respond with sympathy. So, thanks for answering that. In hindsight and with how things went down, they think the Supreme Court's denial, it was kasi based on law. What should have been filed earlier was the habeas corpus. Kasi kung habeas corpus yan, hindi natangay si PRD. That's just my opinion, ha? I'm not saying that the lawyers made a mistake, pero parang siguro sa kakamadali, baka kulang yung grounds na nalagay nila. Ito, sabi ni J6, sabi ng isang lawyer, lack of due process yung ginawang grounds. Dapat ginawang grounds. Kung ang ginamit ay lack of jurisdiction. So, posible. Kasi if the Supreme Court stretched it beyond the meaning of the law, beyond the requirements of the law, mapaghahalataan sila na masyadong pumapanig. Ba? They can only respond within the bounds of the law. Sabi ni Mrs. Reed, that's why they cannot solve crime because they don't admit that's why they're not doing anything because they're not the ones affected. You know why? Because they're more focused on Duterte and power. Excuse me. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng gifters, ha? Sabi ni Argao, greed for power yan. Sabi ni Vicky, but it's not beyond jurisdiction. What do you mean it's not beyond jurisdiction? What is your theory? Sabi ni Edwin, ang course po ba ni Auntie Claire ay Bachelor of Science Attack Dog Major in Gaslighting? Sus! Sabi ni Remnant, you're right. Always offer assurance that the government will review policies kung meron dapat baguhin para naman ang tao magkaroon ng pag-asa. And extend help to the families. Biktima sila. Ano yun? Yung sagot ay wala kaming kasalanan dyan. Parang ganun ang lumalabas. Kung sa bagay, reflection lang naman po ito ng, ng mindset ng leader. Again, it goes back to the president. Kung ang presidente, care sa mga biktima ng krimen, di ganun din po, magre-reflect yan sa lahat ng mga opisyal nila. Sabi ni Remnant, you're right. Ay, nabasa ko na yan. Sabi ni Rafi, thanks. I'm warming up to having more faith in our justice system again. At sa Supreme Court lang naman po. I'm not saying that the system is perfect either. And I'm not saying that the officials involved in the other aspects of justice, delivering justice, are blameless. Halimbawa, ang DOJ, alam nila na kailangan dumaan sa hukuman si PRD, pero hindi nila ginawa. Once the Supreme Court rules on the habeas corpus, if they tackle the legality of the taking, then, and it is positive, kumbaga, in our favor, pwede nating kasuhan lahat ng opisyales. Ay, totoo ba to? Si Attorney Conti daw disqualified as ICC lawyer by ICC judges. I didn't know that. Padala naman kayo ng link. Sabi ni Faz, dati ayoko makinig kay Ate Claire dahil naiinis ako sa kanya. Ngayon, ang sarap pakinggan kasi para akong nanonood ng comedy, nakakatawa siya. Sabi ni Goldie, mawawala kasi sa script if makikiramay sila sa family, di ba? Sabi nga ni Marbil, fake news yung rising crime. At talaga breaking news, sige, basahin ko, talakayin natin bukas. Sabi ni Bill, ni Attorney Bill, huwag niyong galitin ng Korte Suprema. Yan na lang ang natitirang kaalyado natin, the last bastion of the democracy. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, the best thing about Malacanang attacking Cynthia now is that she might not vote to impeach Inday at saka sana kahit sumasama si Mark abroad kay B, wag na rin siya sa impeachment. That is two heads already. Thank you, Philosopher Unclear. Idagdag mo na rin pro-China. Oo nga pala, besides the usual fake news. DDS and Pogo funded every time they're being criticized. Oo nga eh. Sabi ni Pichu, when I read that the PNP is creating a task force to fight fake news despite the widespread crimes, I thought it was a parody article. Grabe this admin, the jokes write themselves. Oo nga eh. Ma'am Vicky, yes lang ang sinagot mo. Sabi ko, Paki-explain po anong ibig sabihin mo na not beyond jurisdiction. Sabi ni Wolfgang, di kasi accredited ng ICC. O, ayan. I didn't know that, ha? Akala ko all this time accredited siya. But then I realized na parang si Attorney Harry lang yata ang accredited. Sabi ni Ma'am Christine, if asking for a TRO, only when the TRO is granted can the actions be stopped? Yes po. That's what the thug in a police uniform is making it sound like. So breaches can continue when no TRO paper. Yes, actually. That's what tinaan niya. But that doesn't mean that he will not be liable. If in the end it turns out that he's breaking the law, then he can be made liable for it. Sabi ni Ma'am Marisi, pati si na Boss Conrad, pinagtatawanan yan si Auntie Claire. Napanood ko sa isang vlogger, tawag pa nila sa karambola ay President Claire. Sabi ni JPC, I think the COM strategy is to purposely provide shallow and buttable answers to normalize mistakes, as it is inevitable to avoid false narratives in the long run of series of wrong acts. Ano daw? Sabi ni Miss Kay, kapag sila ang nakaranas ng karumal-dumal na krimen, sa kanila masasabing hindi ito isolated case at fake news. That's it. Sabi ni Pichu, kaloka, Attorney Conti has always tagged herself in the media as an ICC counsel. And now the truth has been revealed. What can we say about those affiliated with the far left? They're manipulators. Sabi ni Brian, hindi sila qualified. They're not recognized ng ICC as representatives ng victims. Wow. Check natin, ha? Hanapin natin yan. Parang hindi ko siya nakikita. Saan po ni-report? Wala akong nakikita. Saan po siya na-report? Tinker Hub says, sabi po ni Kaufman, pinapalabas nila Conti na rejected, which is hindi naman sila nag-request. At hindi nila sinasabi na sa media na hindi naman sila officially representative ng victims. Yes, pero saan siya nakalagay? I don't see it in any of the regular news. Ito. Yes, ma. Sabi ni, sa abogado, sabi ni Nick Kaufman, they're lying. Former President Rodrigo Duterte's lead counsel at the ICC, Nicholas Kaufman, accused pa lang Filipino lawyers Cristina Conti and Joel Butuyan of lying to the media about the defense's alleged move to limit the participation of drug war victims in the ongoing ICC proceedings. Well, this whole thing about the judges rejecting my proposal, that never happened. All that happened was that there were two activist victims representative with the names Joel Butuyan and Christina Conti who made all sorts of assertions in the press that I had asked to restrict victims' participation in the process by limiting the ID documents that could be used. That never happened, he told a small group of journalists outside the Hague prison. Kaufman clarified that the defense merely submitted observations to the ICC's Victims Participation and Reparations section. Teka, I better put this on, ano. I'll just put it here, okay? Para makita. Ito, this is from Abogado. Ayan, no? According to Kaufman, neither of them has even been formally recognized by the ICC as legal representatives of the victims in the case. Both Conti and Butuyan have publicly criticized the defense, claiming they're all trying to curtail victims' rights by proposing tighter ID requirements. So, sabi ni Kaufman, this is not a question of the judges rejecting something that the defense asked for. This is a response that the defense made to the Victims Participation and Reparation section, which is the internal court unit that is responsible for assessing victims' applications. That's all we did. We made observations. We didn't make a request which was rejected. That is a lie. Okay. So, alam niyo na kung bakit hindi ko muna pinatulan yung issue na yon. Did you notice if we discussed the IDs of the victims in yung mga live natin? Okay. Mayroon bang panagutan sina Conti at Butuyan dahil sa pagsisinungaling? Since they were not under oath, nanlilim lang sila ng publiko. Pwede natin silang akusahan under the same brush that we are being tainted with as fake news. Sabi ni Ma'am Christine, what ghastly things to say, unclear. Isolated case doesn't make it better. In one day, 7 bakers stabbed to 12-year-old stabbed with a screwdriver. How isolated. Yikes. Sabi ni J6, Conti is the 5th nominee of Bayan Muna. So, ang totoo niyan is, mayroon din pala talagang nanlilin lang dun sa kabila. Which is why hindi po lahat ng naririnig natin ay pinapatulan. So, kung may papansinin kayo na meron kaming hindi pinapatulan ng mga reports and all that, it's because we're waiting. Either for verification or clarification. So, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumubaybay sa live natin ngayong araw na ito. Salamat kay GFEX from Doha. Thank you very much sa lahat ng ng gifters dito sa ano. Oy, 1/3 ha. Lahat ng gifters dito sa TikTok. Ako, ngayon yung pag pinaalala, thank you kay Fast Gamer, nakalimutan ko na naman yung glasses ko. So, nakalimutan ko nga talaga, it's not even here. So maraming salamat. Kailangan i-limit ko na yung aking screen time. Thank you very much for joining us in our live today. Alam na natin po kung saan papunta ang administrasyon na ito at ang kanilang mga taktika pagdating sa kanilang tinataguriang mga kalaban. So kung mayroon silang mga kalaban, napipredict na natin yung mga kasagutan nila. Either i-gaslight nila tayo, ay hindi totoo yan. Ano yung mga examples ng gaslighting nila? Number one, hindi nila pinapatulan yung hair follicle test. Parang deadma on the existing issues. Deadma on everything else. Tandaan po natin, ayon sa saligang batas, sila, Malacanang ang may obligasyon of transparency. Hindi nila pwedeng sabihin sa atin, patunayan nyo muna na gumagamit ng illegal na droga bago kami mag-drug test. Hello? That's what a drug test is. Yung pagpapatunay. Pero may obligasyon sila na maging transparent. Yan. So, gaslighting, ay, wala silang naririnig. Parang ganon, di ba? O kaya, pagdating sa ito. Ay, oo, sabi ni Rafi. Ang lutong nung they're lying ni Kaufman. By the way, can Conti be disbarred for purposely misleading the people with her pronouncements? I think yan, may possibility yan. Would you like to file the case? Would you like to be the complainant? So yan yung mga gaslighting, mga dininay ng ICC yung request ng defense na ilimit yung mga IDs, yung mga victims to those only with IDs. Nagsubmit lang pala ng observations, which is allowed under the Rome Statute. It doesn't even have to be a motion. Oh. Ano pa yung gaslighting? Ay, bumababa ang crime rate. At yan, yung mga karumag-dumag na mga krimen na yan, yung maraming na unalive, isolated incidents lang yan. Yan naman. Pero, itong mga vloggers, itong mga nasa social media, fake news yung mga yan. O kaya, pogo-funded ang mga yan. O, diba? O kaya, ano ba yung iba pa? Yung mga nagpapanggap, yung mga may accounts na nagpapanggap, pero picture namin naman ang ginagamit pagdating dun sa sa news article. Parati na lang kami. Okay. And what do you mean mag-serve ng complaint? Bakit service ng complaint ang dapat mag-file ng complaint? Oh. Sinong gusto mag-file ng complaint? If you feel that she violated her oath as a lawyer by misleading people, silang dalawa ni Attorney Butuyan, then I strongly suggest you volunteer to file the appropriate case.